It's a great book that will help you discover that God made you special and extremely unique. There is no one just like you. Hey, welcome to Fred Time Stories. I hope you are excited to read a book today. I know I am.
Oh, hello there, PC. It's nice to see you.
Hey, Fred, how are you doing today? It's really great to see you.
Oh, I'm okay, I guess. I'm just a little sad. I don't really feel like reading today. I just want to sit alone.
Oh, no, Fred. Why aren't you excited to read today?
Well, today at the park, I was watching lots of kids do great things. Some were swinging really high, and some were sliding really fast. And then, it made me realize that I'm not good at anything. I'm just not special.
Yeah, I can understand and see why that would make you very sad and upset. We can all understand that sometimes we don't always feel special or unique. But I do think I have just the right story for us to read to help us to understand that we really and truly are special and unique.
Oh, what book is that?
The book is called Psalty in Australia, and let's read it together.
Oh, hey, PC, you forgot to sing our song book. You know, the song about the book that we always sing before we read. Can we sing it now?
Fred, you're right. I forgot to sing our book song. Let's sing it right now. Look, it's a book. Look, it's a book. Every time I see a book, I want to take a peek. Let's read Psalty in Australia right after this. The book I want to read to you for this Fred Time story is called Psalty in Australia. It's a great book that will help you discover that God made you special and extremely unique. There is no one just like you. But let's learn more about that as we read Psalty in Australia. It was the last day of the school year, report card day. Psalty and Psaltina were planting a vegetable garden in their backyard. They were planning a surprise for their booklets. They wanted harmony, melody, and rhythm to know that each booklet was very special. Blooper barked as the booklets came through the garden gate. Blooper is the dog right there. Mom, Dad, guess what? Yelled Melody. I got straight A's on my report card. Melody waved her report card in the air as she jumped up and down. That's great, said Psalty. We're very proud of you, agreed Psaltina. Rhythm and Harmony didn't look so happy. Let's see your report cards, Harmony and Rhythm, asked Psalty. It's not fair, complained Harmony. Melody hardly has to study and she gets straight A's. All I get are B's and C's. Me too, agreed Rhythm. I tried so hard to learn my multiplication tables, and I still got a D in math. Settle down, everyone, soothed Psalty. You tried your hardest, and that's all anyone expects from you. Rhythm will get you some extra help with your math, and Harmony, a B is a very good grade. And if you're really trying, a C is okay too. I did try hard, Harmony insisted. All we ever can do is try our best. And that's all we can do. Let's see what happens next when we turn the page. All right then, Psalty continued. The Bible says in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12, that's in the New Testament, not to compare ourselves to each other. God made each of us different. You each have special gifts and abilities. Melody is terrific at her studies, Rhythm is great at sports, and Harmony is a wonderful artist. Come on, let's not worry about report cards. Help Mom and me plant our garden. The little booklets helped their parents dig rows for planting seeds. Blooper was also digging very hard. He was trying to find his old bones before they were covered up with string beans. Suddenly, Blooper started barking very loudly. I wonder if he found one of his old bones. We'll have to find out when we turn the page. What is it? Blooper asked Psaltina. Salty's family gathered around to see. Blooper had dug up an old wooden box. What's in the box? Asked Harmony. What do you think is in the box? It could be anything. Let's find out. Rhythm lifted the lid. Oh, it's a small purse filled with something. Rhythm opened the purse and poured out 3 milky white round stones. The stones seemed to be glowing with a colorful fire that came from within them. Opals! Exclaimed Saltina. Aren't they lovely? They are beautiful, said Melody. Each one of them is different, noticed Rhythm. What makes them sparkle? He asked. See, you can see the opals right there. They're very shiny. Let's see what happens next when we turn the page. Look, answered Psalty. There's a note inside the purse. The big blue songbook pulled out the crumpled note and read, each one different, each unique, is calling out to those who seek. The mystery of milky white stones ablaze with fiery light stones that cause the mind to wander invites you to the land down under. Deep breath the earthy mire. Discover the secret of the opal's fire. That's what the note said right there. The land down under? Where is that? Asked Harmony. The land down under is, can you guess what it is? It's Australia, answered Melody. Oh, brother, said Harmony crossly. She knows everything. Booklets, booklets, Psalty broke in beneath the earthly mire. That probably means underground. Somewhere underground in Australia is the secret of the opal's fire. Wow, we're going to go on a mystery. How exciting. I think it's time for our family vacation, said Saltina. What do you think, Psalty? I say let's head for the land down under. Yippee, they all yelled. Psalty's family took a big jet to Darwin, Australia, the capital of the Northern Territory. Good day, mate, said a cheerful young man when they stepped off the plane. What brings you to the land down under? We're looking for the secret of the opal's fire, answered Psalty. The opal fields are south of here, near the underground city of Cooper Pedy. Cooper Pedy? That's a crazy place. I've never heard of that. That's because it's in Australia. And there they are, getting off the plane. How fun! Have you ever been on a plane ride? Let's see what happens next when we turn the page. An underground city? Wow, explained Rhythm. Fair dinkum. That's Australian for the real, true, and genuine thing. My name is Outback Bob, and I'm an Aborigine, a native Australian. Let me be your guide. I'm Psalty, the singing songbook. This is my family, said Psalty as he shook Outback Bob's hand. Let's get started. They headed off into the Australian outback, in Outback Bob's Land Rover. At first, they drove through the thick green tropical countryside. I'm hungry, said Rhythm. Me too, barked Blooper. Let's stop and eat some tucker. And a tucker is Australian for food, said Outback Bob. I'll catch us some nice barramundi from that lake. What do you think barramundi is? Do you think it's a big lake monster? Or maybe just some fish? Look at that funny little creature, Melody pointed out. It has fur on its skin, webbed feet, and a duckbill. What is it? That's a platypus. You see the platypus right there swimming in the water. That's a platypus. It lays eggs like a bird, but it's a mammal. Its babies get milk from their mother just like kittens or puppies, Outback Bob replied. The platypus flipped its tail as it swam by. Anybody want to race me in swimming to the other side of the lake? Asked Melody. Race you? Asked Rhythm. Sure, everybody knows I'm the best at sports. Quit bragging, Rhythm, Harmony said. I bet I can swim faster than you. Uh-oh. It looks like they're starting to compete against one another. Let's find out what happens next when we turn the page. I don't know which one of you is fastest, but keep a lookout for crocodiles, warned Outback Bob. Crocodiles, exclaimed Psalty. Usually it's safe, but you never know. Just be careful if you see bubbles, get out of the water fast, said Outback Bob. The three booklets jumped into the lake and the race was on. Rhythm took the lead, but Harmony was gaining fast. Melody could not keep up with them. Just then, Psalty saw bubbles coming from under the water. Blooper growled. It was a crocodile headed straight for Melody. Melody, watch out, yelled Psalty. You can see Rhythm is in the lead here, and then there's the crocodile right there, the green. Do you see the bubbles? That means there's a crocodile in the water. Let's see what happens next when we turn the page. But Melody was splashing too loudly. She was trying so hard to catch up with her brother and sister that she didn't hear her dad. Psalty jumped in and swam as fast as he could try to grab Melody in time. Psalty prayed. Outback Bob got his rope and swung it over his head. The crocodile opened its huge jaws. Then Outback Bob lassoed the crocodile's tail. Psalty pulled Melody to safety just before the crocodile's jaws slammed shut. Saltina praised the Lord. That's enough swimming for today, said Psalty. No one argued. After their meal, they headed south to find the underground city. Whew, look at those jaws on that alligator. Wow, that is scary. Let's see what the underground city looks like when we turn the page. Look, Dad, kangaroos, exclaimed Rhythm. That's a baby that baby kangaroo looks like he's riding in his mommy's tummy. Outback Bob laughed. A baby kangaroo is called a joey. His mother carries him in a pouch. It's like a built-in baby carriage. If you look up in the gum trees, you might also see koalas, said Outback Bob. There's one, cried Harmony. He's so cute. He looks like a woolly little bear. Koalas are shy, but that one up there knows me. I call him Wally. Koalas also keep their babies in pouches, Outback Bob explained. God really did use his imagination when he created the animals in Australia, said Psalty. In Australia, there's all kinds of animals. Kangaroos, koala bears, crocodiles, and even big giant spiders. Wow, Australia is a fun and exciting place where God definitely did use his imagination. Let's see what next exciting thing we see in Australia. Let's do it when we turn the page. Why don't I draw a picture of all of you with Wally, Harmony said. After all, I am a good artist. Even Dad said so. Now you're bragging, Harmony complained. Rhythm. I want to draw a picture next. I bet I can draw as good as you. I can too, added Melody. Come on, booklets, said Psalty. Let's not compare ourselves to each other. The booklets stopped arguing and Harmony asked everyone to stand in a sandy place to pose for her picture. Hold still, said Harmony as she began to draw. We are, said Rhythm. No, you're not. You're moving, insisted Harmony. Oh my, exclaimed Psalty. We're sinking! You can see that she's drawing the picture of her family, but they're starting to sink in the sand. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's see what happens next when we turn the page. Uh-oh, said Outback Bob. You're stuck in quicksand. They were sinking deeper and deeper into the quicksand. Outback Bob quickly tied his rope to the back of his Land Rover. Then he drew the rope to Psalty and Saltina, Rhythm, Melody, and Blooper. They all held on while Outback Bob started up the engine and pulled them to safety. Praise the Lord, we're safe, explained Rhythm. The next day, I too would want to take a break after being stuck in quicksand. The next day, they arrived in the town of Cooper Pedy. Over half the houses, stores, and even some churches were built underground. Outback Bob led them to the opal mine. They could see sparkles in the mine walls. A long time ago, said Outback Bob, the sea covered this area. Sand was on the bottom of the sea. A special liquid got trapped in the sand and slowly changed into opal. You can see he's guiding them to the underground area. And then you can see them getting pulled to safety out of the quicksand. I don't know what would be more exciting, to get stuck in quicksand or go to the underground city. Let's see what happens next when we turn the page. Now we cut and polish the opals into a round shape. That way you can see the fire that glows inside them, said Outback Bob. So That's the secret of the opal's fire, explained Rhythm. God made each one of us different and special, just like the opal, said Melody. It doesn't do any good to compare ourselves to each other, said Rhythm, because we're all unique. That's right, Rhythm, and I like how God made me, said Harmony. I like how God made you too, agreed Psalty, and I'm glad he let me be your dad. You can see the giant fire glowing out of the opals. Wow! Wouldn't it be cool to go to Australia and see the opals? I mean, I wouldn't want to get stuck in quicksand or go get chased by a crocodile, but it would be exciting to get to see the opal's fire in Australia. Thanks, Outback Bob, for a very exciting time, said Psalty. Now we have to go back home and see how our garden is growing. Rhythm became suspicious. Say, Dad, did you and Mom hide that box in our garden? He asked. Yeah, said Harmony. I bet Mom wrote the poem. We'll never tell, said Psalty as he winked at Saltina. So do you think they planned the opals in their garden to teach them that God created every one of us to be unique and special? I don't know. What do you think? All I know is I am glad that God made us special and unique, and there's nobody in this entire world, and never has been and never will be, anybody just like you. And I sure hope Fred learns that too. Speaking of Fred, now that our story has ended, let's check in on Fred and see if he liked the story. Fred, did you like the story?
I really enjoyed that book. I learned that I am created by God and that I am very special, even if I don't swing really fast or go really high on the slides. I am just special being me.
We all have special gifts and talents. Some of us may be good at swimming.
Oh, my fish is really good at swimming.
And others of us may be really good at jumping high into the air.
Jumping really high, that's something that I am good at. Watch this. See, I told you I was good.
And if you don't know your special gift, guess what? God has something unique and special just for you. All you need to do is keep practicing at the things you enjoy doing, and you can always talk to God. That's called prayer. And read the Bible to find out what special and unique gifts God has given you. Remember, you can check out 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12, just like the verse from our book, Psalty in Australia.
That's a great Bible verse. I'm going to go look it up right now in my Bible.
I sure hope you learned that you are special. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, and made by the creator of the universe. You definitely are special, and you have that same unique opal's fire that we learned about in Psalty in Australia. I sure hope to see you next time we open up a book. And hey, I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. So long, everyone.